It's absolutely wild to watch, man. But the Alvin Bragg, Stormy Daniels hush money misdemeanor case really has become sort of a litmus test for Trump derangement. And anyone with any basic reasoning skills, anyone with even a tiny, tiny bit of common sense, legal scholars from all political beliefs, they all recognize that this is probably the weakest felony case brought in all of modern history. And they all agree this should not have happened, and this is going to damage our legal system. It's not even a close call. But then there's the Trump deranged. I mean, these people, they walk among us. Somehow they find a way to feed and wipe themselves and make it into adulthood. I mean, somehow they survive. Those people look at the same set of facts and they think that they're witnessing justice. I mean, it's terrifying to watch.
Sure. Last time I checked, there's something called attorney-client privilege. Obviously, that doesn't stand if you're going against Donald Trump, because none of the rules stand if you're going against Donald Trump in a political campaign where he's winning, and they have no other way to win but to take him down with illegal and politically motivated lawfare. You said it best, Sean. Hillary Clinton did something far worse, and the FEC looked at it, they examined it, and what'd they do? They gave her a slap on the wrist. She paid, I think, $8,000 for hiding a dirty dossier, the Russian hoax against Donald Trump, and nobody cared about anything. She wasn't dragged into court. Neither was Bill Clinton in the sock drawer case, and the list goes on and on and on. But if you're Donald Trump, you're going to be gagged unconstitutionally so that you can't even discuss testimony of people that are calling you a liar, and you can't defend yourself. Can I tell you, Sean, I have never seen anything worse than what I saw today. I'm not going to get into the testimony of somebody under oath on the witness stand, but I think that if you read the news, it speaks for itself.
It really does speak for itself, right? But I think if you read the news, you're not going to find any of that, man. There are still propagandists working overtime trying to keep the few people who still believe that this is justice convinced that this is justice. I mean, the people who are relying on the news to tell them what's going on here, they don't have a clue what she's talking about with Hillary Clinton. But those of us that do know, we know what Trump is accused of in typical Democrat fashion. Hillary Clinton actually did. I mean, when she commissioned the Steele Dossier, which is the fake foreign supplied intelligence that started all the Russia scams, she logged it as legal expenses. She paid for it as legal expenses, and she got caught. She was fined $8,000, and no one ever talked about it. I mean, the people who think that they're watching justice in this hush money case, these are the same people. They still actually believe all the Russia stuff. They believe that Donald Trump is a Russian asset. These are just the same people just come back for more.
If you look at Russia, that was 3 years, Alina. I covered it on this program. We got everything right. The mob, the media, they got everything wrong. Then, of course, not one, but two impeachments. Then it's January 6th. Then it's charge him in New York, charge him in D.C., charge him in Fulton County, Georgia, charge him down in Florida. And we're learning more and more that there are tainted evidence issues in two of the cases, according to one report in the Epoch Times today. And I'm just wondering, are they not noticing the American people in poll after poll are seeing through this, that they have done the impossible? How do you turn Donald Trump into a victim? How do you turn the American people are so turned off by this that people maybe that didn't even like Donald Trump have had it? They're finished with this. They see this for what it is on top of all the failures of the Biden administration. This is boomeranging big time, in my view.
100%. What I saw today, DA Bragg showed up again for the morning. It's something I saw myself with Miss James, another one that's been bought by the DNC, paid for by many of the biggest Democrat donors that are buying the same tents that we're seeing in colleges right now and setting up all of this. I mean, this is political in and out. In our schools, in our courts, and our country is at stake. And I think the reason you're seeing all of these independents turn, and we're at the highest level right now of independents turning towards Republicans, is because they are seeing the dual system of justice. And as President Trump says, he's just in the way. This can turn to you. It could turn to me. It could turn to our children. And that's what they're doing. They're indoctrinating, they're corrupting, and they're throwing out the American Constitution that our country was made on. It is completely out the window. It's so sad to see, Sean. It has to stop.
It has to stop. All right, Alina Habba, thank you. We appreciate you being with us.
There's no better way to put it, man. This is horrific stuff, man. This cannot stand. does have to stop. We got to find a way to stop it. Without a doubt, this is Democrat election interference, and they're not even trying to hide it. You know, the Democrats, the left has always been able to do whatever they want, whenever they want to do it. And so far, that's not changed. They still can. But like all Democrat scams, you know, they always go too far. And this really, they really are going too far. They're turning an unprovable, expired misdemeanor into 34 felonies. They fined the guy $500 million on another non-crime. I mean, this is lawfare. There's no other way to put it. This is election interference. And if you look at it objectively, you have to recognize, man, that this is third world stuff. This is banana republic stuff. This should never, ever happen in a country that has been the beacon of freedom and democracy to the entire world. I mean, the amazing thing to me, man, is that everyone involved in the New York legal system has remained silent. I mean, they're just dead silent. Everyone who could have spoken up, who could have spoken out, who could have maybe even raised their hand and tried to stop it, they haven't. And every single one of those people, anyone who let this happen should be disbarred at a minimum. But that's just my take, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.